Welcome to your global news update for Friday, July 11th, 2025. We're here to break down the world's biggest stories, fast. From political shakeups and economic shifts to scientific breakthroughs, we'll cover what matters most. Today, we'll look at new U.S. trade policies, a humanitarian mission in the Middle East, and major political changes in Europe and Asia. We'll also spotlight advances in health and science, from long COVID research to a new malaria vaccine. Plus, we'll check in on climate events, cultural highlights, and the latest in sports and technology. Let's dive in and see what's shaping our world this Friday. Here's your essential global news in just a few minutes. Major political shifts are making headlines across the globe, with three world capitals, Washington, Bangkok, and Paris, at the center of dramatic developments that could have far-reaching consequences. As the world watches, decisions made in these cities are sending shockwaves through international markets, diplomatic circles, and the daily lives of millions. In the United States, President Trump has unveiled a sweeping new trade plan that's already sparking fierce debate. The administration is imposing a hefty 35% tariff on Canadian imports, a move that marks a significant escalation in trade policy and signals a more protectionist stance from Washington. But that's not all. Brazilian goods will face an even steeper 50% tariff, starting August 1st. These measures are expected to disrupt established supply chains, impact cross-border businesses, and potentially trigger retaliatory actions from affected countries. The Trump administration argues that these tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries from unfair competition. However, critics warn that the real cost may be passed on to consumers, who could soon see higher prices on everyday goods. Economists and business leaders are voicing concerns about rising trade tensions and the risk of a broader economic fallout. Meanwhile, in Thailand, the political landscape has been thrown into turmoil. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has been suspended by the Constitutional Court amid a high-profile phone leak investigation. This sudden move has left the country in a state of political limbo, with uncertainty gripping both the government and the public. Over in France, President Macron is facing his own set of challenges. His party's recent loss of its parliamentary majority has created a legislative gridlock, making it nearly impossible to pass new laws or push forward with key reforms. The political deadlock is fueling frustration among citizens and raising questions about the future direction of the French government. These dramatic events are sending ripples through global financial markets, with investors reacting to the growing uncertainty. International relations are also being tested as world leaders scramble to respond to rapidly changing circumstances and shifting alliances. Washington's aggressive tariffs could reshape existing trade deals, disrupt global supply chains, and have a direct impact on consumers and businesses worldwide. At the same time, Thailand's leadership crisis and France's political stalemate are adding to the sense of instability, highlighting just how interconnected and fragile today's global landscape has become. The protests in Bangkok and the tense atmosphere in Paris underscore the mounting pressure on governments to deliver stability and effective leadership. These situations serve as a stark reminder of how quickly political fortunes can change, and how the actions of a few can affect millions. Each of these stories is more than just local drama. They're shaping the future of global politics, influencing international cooperation, and redefining the rules of engagement on the world stage. As these situations continue to evolve, our team will be monitoring every development, bringing you the latest updates and expert analysis on what these changes mean for the world at large. Stay tuned for more in-depth coverage on how these seismic shifts in Washington, Bangkok, and Paris could ultimately affect you, your community, and the global future we all share. Tensions rise in the Mediterranean as the Gondola, a humanitarian ship, prepares to challenge Israel's blockade of Gaza. Departing from Italy, the flotilla aims to deliver aid and protest the blockade, drawing global attention. Past missions like this have sparked confrontations, making the outcome uncertain. The ship's name, Gondola, is a symbol of Palestinian resistance, underscoring the mission's political message. Israel insists the blockade is vital for security, while organizers argue it causes immense hardship for Gaza's civilians. As the Gondola sets sail, the world watches for either escalation or a breakthrough in the region. This single voyage could reignite debate over Gaza's future and humanitarian access. The next few days will be critical for peace and stability in the Middle East. The recent wave of U.S. tariffs is sending shockwaves through the global economy, rattling investors and businesses alike. These tariffs aimed at protecting American industries are having far-reaching consequences, sparking fears of a prolonged trade war and uncertainty in international markets. The International Monetary Fund has issued a stark warning. Escalating trade tensions could slow global growth significantly. For American households, this could mean higher prices on everyday goods from groceries to electronics, potentially costing families thousands more each year. Economists caution that the ripple effects may be felt for years to come. Meanwhile, the energy sector is undergoing a dramatic transformation. Oil demand is projected to slow as electric vehicles and renewable energy sources gain traction worldwide. Yet, OPEC maintains that fossil fuels will remain a dominant force in the global energy mix for decades, highlighting the complex transition ahead. Despite all this uncertainty, financial markets are holding steady, for now. Investors are watching closely, bracing for potential volatility as new data and policy decisions emerge. The combination of ongoing trade disputes, rising political instability in key regions, and rapidly shifting energy markets is creating a volatile and unpredictable outlook for the global economy. Businesses and governments are scrambling to adapt to these fast-changing conditions. On a more optimistic note, the U.S. has extended tax credits for green hydrogen, a move that is expected to boost clean energy investment and accelerate the transition to a low-carbon economy. This policy is drawing interest from both established energy companies and innovative startups. Green hydrogen is increasingly seen as a key tool for cutting emissions, especially in heavy industry and long-distance transport, sectors that have traditionally been hard to decarbonize. New projects are already underway, promising cleaner steel, shipping, and freight. This policy shift offers hope for a more sustainable energy future, inspiring engineers, investors, and policymakers to push for further innovation in renewables and clean technology. The world economy is truly at a crossroads, facing both daunting challenges and exciting opportunities. As these forces play out, the next chapter in global growth and sustainability is just beginning. Watch this space. Every day, the world of science brings us new hope and astonishing discoveries that have the power to transform our lives. Medical breakthroughs are making headlines, offering fresh optimism for patients and families everywhere. Behind the scenes, teams of dedicated researchers and doctors are working tirelessly, pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we can achieve. In the UK, scientists have made a remarkable discovery, a blood marker linked to the brain fog experienced by long COVID sufferers. This finding could pave the way for the first reliable test to diagnose this mysterious condition, which has affected millions worldwide. With this breakthrough, new treatments may soon be on the horizon, offering hope to those who have struggled for answers and relief. Across the globe in Africa, another milestone is unfolding. The rollout of the R21 malaria vaccine is underway, and experts believe it could save millions of children's lives by 2027. Malaria has long been a devastating disease, but this vaccine represents a huge leap forward in global health, promising a brighter, healthier future for entire communities. Meanwhile, scientists are observing something truly unusual. Earth's rotation is actually speeding up. This rare phenomenon could force experts to adjust global clocks for the first time in history, a change that would ripple through technology, navigation, and even our daily routines. It's a reminder that our planet is full of surprises, and science is always watching. In the world of biotechnology, the company Colossal is taking on an ambitious challenge, bringing back the extinct moa bird using advanced gene editing tools like CRISPR. By studying ancient DNA and harnessing cutting-edge technology, scientists hope to revive a species lost to history, raising fascinating questions about conservation, ethics, and the future of genetic science. Far beyond our planet, astronomers are keeping their eyes on the skies. They're tracking 3I Atlas, only the third interstellar object ever detected in our solar system. Each new discovery like this deepens our understanding of the cosmos and reminds us how much there is still to explore beyond our own world. These stories, from the microscopic to the cosmic, show the incredible power of science to change lives, solve mysteries, and expand our understanding of the universe. They highlight the creativity, determination, and collaboration of scientists everywhere. From breakthroughs in disease treatment to the search for answers in the stars, innovation is happening all around us. Each discovery builds on the last, opening new doors and inspiring the next generation of explorers and thinkers. The future is full of surprises, some closer to home than you might think. So stay curious, keep asking questions, and remember, the next big discovery could be just around the corner. Extreme weather is testing communities worldwide. India's deadly heat wave has claimed over 1,800 lives, while Europe faces similar record-breaking temperatures. In Texas, catastrophic floods have killed more than 100, with many still missing. Meanwhile, the world's fourth global coral bleaching event is underway, threatening 84% of reefs and marine life. These disasters highlight the urgent need for climate action and resilient communities. Rising temperatures are fueling more frequent, intense weather events with devastating consequences. The stories from India, Texas, and our oceans are part of a global pattern. Addressing climate change is no longer optional, it's essential for our future. The world must act together to protect people and the planet. Hollywood's writers' strike is over, and a new deal sets the stage for the future of storytelling. The agreement includes strict rules on artificial intelligence, ensuring writers remain central to the creative process. AI can assist, but not replace human writers, protecting jobs while embracing new tools. With the strike resolved, major projects like The Matrix Rebirth and a new Harry Potter series are back in production. This deal is a blueprint for creative industries worldwide as they adapt to AI. The entertainment world is watching to see how this balance shapes the next era of film and TV. The fusion of human creativity and technology is just beginning. Hollywood's next chapter starts now. Culture and sports are bringing people together worldwide. On TV, South Korea's Glass Empire, America's Solar Divide, and Spain's Las Herederas are topping charts and sparking global conversations. Book lovers are diving into N.K. Jemisin's The Quiet Black Hole and Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's The Empire of Clay, two of July's most anticipated releases. In sports, the Tour de France is in full swing, with Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard battling for the yellow jersey. These stories and competitions unite us, offering escape, inspiration, and shared excitement. Whether you're streaming, reading, or cheering, culture connects us all. The world's stories are more accessible and more unifying than ever. What are you watching, reading, or cheering for this week? As we wrap up, it's clear, the world is changing fast, but so is our ability to adapt. Political decisions ripple across borders, climate disasters demand global action, and science is delivering hope. From new vaccines to creative breakthroughs, progress is everywhere. Even in times of crisis, people are finding ways to connect, innovate, and support each other. Staying informed helps us face challenges and spot opportunities. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour of today's world. Stay curious, stay connected, and keep looking for the good news.